From a baseball operations standpoint, we had been discussing it over the last 2 weeks. Obviously, I'm new to the job. It's been a month in. Having a chance to watch this club for a month, I felt more confident in my recommendation to ownership. The more I watch, and again, this is more about, obviously it has a direct effect on Albert. This was more about Jared Walsh playing the right position, Shohei Ohtani being in the lineup on a daily basis. I mean, for us now and moving forward, we feel like that's the best club we have, and it was about the organization and moving forward.
There was several options that Perry, I, and Albert discussed last night. This was, the most agreeable to all of us, but you always want a player to have a last hurrah or have something. Albert, through that decision, back to us, and then we made a decision from there. It never ends, Mike, the way that you really want it to. But as Perry said earlier, he handled it like a pro. And our goal yesterday, 10 years from yesterday, and moving forward is always to respect the player, and especially someone of Albert's stature, of the greatness that he has accomplished on the field and off the field. We just try to give him the ultimate respect. However, as Joe said too, that this is baseball. This is what happens sometimes. He's had a ton of historic milestones here as an Angel over the last 10 seasons. Many that our fans really cherish. So over time, we'll phase in other players, and we'll continue to promote our 60th anniversary this year. However, all we have is from Albert is positive memories, and from his time here, and a lot of those will remain in the stadium.
Well, it's about work ethic, and everybody will tell you the same thing. If you watch Albert work, it's pretty impressive. He's been around for a bit. He's been playing for a while, but he came to the ballpark with the same zeal on a daily basis. That's what I saw. The guy wanted to play, wants to be on the field. Like Perry alluded to, does not want to be a bench player of any kind. This guy's got a lot of pride, and that's a big reason why he's going to be a first ballot unanimous Hall of Famer. There's no question about that. So there will be a void in the room. There's again, no doubt, but this is also an opportunity for other people to grow, and that's just how the world works. So for right now, he's going to, more than likely, he's going to catch on somewhere else, and he's going to bring that work ethic to another group. But in the meantime, here with the Angels, you're going to hopefully see other people ascend into a leadership role that's going to take us to where we want to be.
Yeah, I can't thank him enough. I've always said this. Obviously, all the stuff he accomplished on the field, it's pretty incredible. Being able to see him pass, these Hall of Fame guys night in, night out these last few years, it's been incredible. But all that stuff is great. But he's a better person. Better teammate. He's the passion he has for this game is incredible. He comes in, his last year of his career, and just or last year of his 10-year deal. Just the work he puts in every day, same routine, doesn't matter what day it is, day game. He's coming in, preparing himself, getting ready for that game, and it's pretty amazing to watch. And obviously we were all surprised when it happened. It hit me a little bit. It hit me a lot. I've been, ever since I've been up here, he's been my guy, and he mentored me, throughout my whole career so far. And I talked to him yesterday. He's in a good place, and see
a lot about the big news. And Perry Manassian, general manager of the Angels, good enough to take some time to join us tonight. Perry, not an easy day, not an easy couple of weeks. I guess walk us through this very difficult decision.
Yeah, it's been tough. It was a tough night. Something we felt like, from a baseball operations standpoint, needed to happen. For us, it's about Jared Walsh and Shohei Ohtani. We wanted Walsh to play first base every day. We wanted Shohei to DH every day. And, Albert had a great discussion with him last night, very professional. I've been in the game for a long time, and it's one of the most professional guys I've ever talked to. So, tough conversation, but something that had to be done, and here we are.
Yeah, Perry, you've been around, you mentioned, for so long. How hard was that when you think of a player like Albert Pujols to have that conversation with him?
Yeah, it was really tough. I mean, you're talking about, to me at least, a first ballot Hall of Famer. unanimous vote. I have beyond, from a respect standpoint, it's one of the guys I've really gravitated to since I've gotten here. We've had some great conversations, and at the end of the day, it's what's best for the organization and for Albert. Albert there was going to not be many at bats there, not much playing time with our vision going forward, and I think for him to be able to pursue other options, I think is important.
So base hit for Brett Phillips, second knock of the game for the Tampa Bay Rays. I think, Perry, the assumption is for a lot of casual fans that when something happens like this, it's contentious and they're shouting and arguing and bickering and fist shaking and the like. I mean, describe, if you could, the temperament in the conversation when you had it with Albert yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it's a passionate person, obviously, who loves this game, and I think we had that common bond. We both love baseball. When he talks about the game and the things he's experienced, the good and the bad, and so on and so forth throughout his career, you really lock in. And we had a really good conversation about the now, where he feels like he is, where we feel like we are as an organization. It was very professional. Like I said, he's as professional as any baseball player I've ever met. And the conversation, we felt like on our end we had to do what we had to do to move this thing forward. And walking out the door, he gave us a big hug. John Carpino was with me. Gave John a hug, gave me a hug, and he's a guy that I will not be afraid to pick up the phone and call in the future.
That's great to hear that one, Perry. You mentioned Walsh and Ohtani needing to get the bats. Walsh already, in my opinion, is the elite fielder at first base. How important was it to make sure he gets all that reps at first and still keeps that bat in the lineup?
Yeah, that was what was most important for us. Just had a chance to watch this club over the last month.
Oh, Randy Arozarena with the ball well hit to left. It dies for Lagares.
Again, had a chance to watch this club for over a month, and started to. Our job as a baseball operations department is to analyze what we have currently, what we need, strengths, weaknesses, and for us, we felt like Walsh is a difference maker at first base. I mean, we've seen him, hasn't played a ton of first base, but he's played some, and the times he's been out there, it's really improved our defense overall. And I think it's just the athleticism, his ability to play off the bag against the right-handed hitter, which he did the previous inning. I think it's a difference maker defensively, and he's got a chance to be really impactful there.
1 out, 1 on for Manuel Margot, visiting with Perry Manassian, GM of the Angels, about the decision today, the announcement that Albert Pujols had been released. And I guess one of my questions too, Perry, is what about the rest of the room? Do you leave that to Joe to try to handle the kind of emotional component among all the teammates with Albert no longer around, or did you address the team yourself?
Yeah, that's Joe's area. Joe's the manager. That's his clubhouse. I was down there all day today, and obviously there's guys that are tied to Albert and have been with Albert and are friends with Albert, and these things are never easy. This is not anything that anybody looks forward to doing. There's no such thing as a good time to do it. But like I commented before, I think it was time for us to not only short-term but long-term kind of lock into what we ended up doing.
Yeah, you have a strong relationship with Mike Trout and know how strong that relationship was with Trout and Pujols. That had to be a tough one when you see Trout today.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Trout, Upton, and Albert was as respected as anybody in that room. So, and I don't take that lightly. And I think for the majority of the guys and the support staff too, and the coaching staff and Joe, and there's a lot of people that really respect and love Albert and have ties and are going to talk to Albert for a long time going forward. So.
Mark Gubicza, Jose Mota, Matt Vasgersian, Albert Pujols designated for assignment given his release by the club. The Angels will move on in a new direction. Something none of us saw coming. Artie Moreno, the owner of the Angels, issuing the following statement today on the big decision. One that shocked the baseball community, to be frank. The Angels organization proudly signed Albert Pujols in 2011 and are honored that he has worn an Angels jersey for nearly half of his Hall of Fame career. Artie's statement went on to read, Albert Pujols' historical accomplishments both on and off the field serve as an inspiration to athletes everywhere, and his actions define what it means to be a superstar. Indeed, and Albert Pujols, one of the all-time greats, 3-time MVP, 10-time All-Star. You don't need us to go through the back of the ball card no longer an Angel.
Yeah, Matt, it's crazy. 600 career home runs. We saw that. The 3,000 hits, 2,000 RBIs. His return to St. Louis, hits a home run there for the first time. He hadn't been back there in 9 seasons. All the things he did, passing Willie Mays, but it's the person you saw every day, how hard he worked, how much he meant to every one of his teammates, and especially what he did with Mike Trout, getting him to that next level.
Talk a lot about the decision during the telecast tonight and the Angels' rationale. And if you do need a refresher as to the back of the baseball card, few have accomplished what Albert Pujols accomplished in this game. Top 5 in so many of the pertinent offensive categories. The only player in Major League history with 3,000 hits, 600 more homers, and 2 World Series titles. His place in baseball history, his place with the Angels is secure, and he wants to keep playing. And with that, we say hello to Jose Mota.
Hey, thanks, Matty and Gooby. You know what? It's been a tough day for me as a friend watching Albert, but what's amazing but not surprising is the fact that we know at age 41, in season number 21, Matt and Gooby, he still came to this ballpark and also on the road with the same passion, same energy to try to be better and to help his teammates also win and get better. There's no doubt that he still wants to play. He still has that drive. And if there's any type of disappointment, is this. The fact that he put it on himself 10 years ago to come here to deliver a championship ring to the Angels fan base and to Artie Moreno is not happening as an Angel, but you know what? He is still who he is. He is an elite player and a better person.